Well, good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson. Excited to be with you, excited to share the news with you. Look, there is lots of good news out there right now. And I know some people really feel that they're smart by talking just strictly bad news, but I'm not going to do that because there are some really great things I'm going to share with you here today. Real quickly, do you want to thank Mike Lindell and MyPillow? That's right, mypillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack will save you up to 66%. They got a great deal going on sheets. They've got a new kind of sheets. I'm still sold on the Giza sheets. I love Giza sheets, whether flannel or I really like the originals, but I like the flannel too. I live in northern Minnesota, so sometimes it gets that way. But I'm just having a nice night. I'm out here on the deck enjoying the beautiful, beautiful breeze and the nice weather. And my cows are down there eating, and it's just so wild having the cows mow my yard. But it's working out pretty well. But listen. Do you remember, the leak from the Supreme Court, and then the decision came out, and that was supposed to be it? I had conservatives freaking out. Oh my gosh, this is so terrible. No, it was the greatest thing ever. Okay, it's what I've said it before. It's what really got me involved in politics. But that decision has not moved the needle at all. In fact, if you I don't know if you guys saw the clip of that Chicago nut job Beetlejuice, Lori Lightfoot, using Effenheimers about Clarence Thomas. I mean, how absolutely appalling. And then I don't know if you saw the picture of the Minister or Secretary of Education over in England actually giving the middle finger to the crowd outside when she came out. This is what's wrong. These people are complete reprobates who do not believe they answer to us, their constituency. The very people they're supposed to serve. But as it stands, the absolute most extreme voices on the left are taking center stage, and people don't like it. In fact, we're seeing pushback now. Of course, you remember the Leah Thomas story. Not Leah, I don't even know what his name is. But, the bottom line is that whole swimming thing, and now Leah can't. Nope, that's out. So there's pushback on all fronts because, they're telling us that abortion is sacrosanct for women, okay? But yet they can't tell us what a woman is. So it's just all these things. And America's seeing it. It's on full display. People just hold the line, keep the faith. There's a lot of winning going on. But here's the biggest thing, and I got this out of Fox News. The Biden presidency is on the brink of unraveling. His approval rating hit a new low of 38%, according to Real Clear Politics. Now, that's their average. At this point in their respective terms, Obama's approval stood at 46%, Trump's was at 42%, and their party received shellackings in the first midterms. Biden's legislative agenda is hopelessly stalled. Instead, his White House is already focused on the onslaught of congressional probes in the likely event of a GOP Congress, which is going to bring me to another thing about Adam Schiff that I'm going to share with you here. But they're just flat in trouble, and that's the Real Clear Politics average. But the fact is, the last civics poll has him at 30%. 30%. I think he's really in the high 20s, because these polls are skewed heavily Democratic, and we've seen that before. But right now, more Democrats are registering a Republican than ever in the history, okay? So now I know that we didn't get everybody we wanted in the primaries, but we got a lot of really good people. So we're just going to take the wins and move ahead. So one of the things that people get so upset about is that they don't get everything they want. Well, take and just keep moving the ball ahead. Okay. So, but 30%, that's just horrendous. Now, right now you need to understand that, Rasmussen is polling the Republicans at 47 and the Democrats at 42. That's on generic congressional ballot. Now, if you go back, okay, the whole thing, okay, abortion is going to change everything. And everybody's freaking out. Look, it was 46-41 back in the poll on June 16th, okay? There's been no statistical change except improvement, okay? And you have to remember, do you guys, some of you will and some of you won't because some of you are too young, but back in 1994, there was Contract with America and Newt Gingrich, and the Republicans just had a big midterm wipeout, okay? They won 54 seats. but the Democrats held a 1 point lead, and I know I've talked about that before, but it's really important to remember history and what that's teaching us. Uh, the 2010, it was tied. Republicans won 63 seats. Okay, I'm telling you, I've said 100 seats. I'm still claiming 100 seats. I think you can get a supermajority in Congress. You're going to have a majority in the Senate. And Joe Biden is trying to ram through executive orders right now on abortion. And something I really want to cover here that's very crucial is Julie Kelly broke the news yesterday that Adam Schiff is attempting to keep evidence obtained by the military away from any court of law. She says that Adam Schiff is the link between Russiagate, the impeachment hoax, the Whitmer kidnapping story, and now the J6 committee. Adam Schiff is the tie between Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff is the tie between all of it. He's still sitting there lying to the American people, lying in official documents. That guy should be in an orange jumpsuit in the D.C. gulag. That was from Julie Kelly. Kaneko the Great shared that on Telegram. So, look, I mean, this is they're trying to cover right now. They're trying to cover because they know what they've done, okay, and they're hoping they can get laws changed, rules changed, so that they can cover for themselves. And people say, "Oh no, they're just gonna cheat and all this." And, well, maybe yes, of course, but not enough, because otherwise they wouldn't be retiring, not running, and trying to cover their tracks like this if they believe they had a firm grasp on it. Just understand how to read that. So his independent approval is 18%. Disapproval at 68%. Okay, I mean, approval amongst independents is 18%. It's probably lower than that. I've never seen that before, okay? And then you got the Twitter deal. Now, look, is that still going to go through? I don't know. Okay, so Musk is saying he's bailing on that. He may just be working to get those numbers out because they haven't provided him with that, and then getting a lower price. I mean, the stock price currently is well below, and it's just dropping like a rock since the Elon Musk announced that, he wasn't going to buy it because, quite frankly, Twitter's not worth it. So it's now down to 34.55. It was down 6%, and then after hours, it was down 11%. This is just the other day after the announcement. So the other thing that I really want you to pay attention to is America's distrust of the media. It's never been higher. And I'm talking mainstream media, newspapers and television news. It's plummeted to an all-time low, okay? It is down to 16% in newspapers and 11% in television news. People, we've never seen it that low. Percentage of Americans who say they have a great deal or quite a lot of confidence in newspapers and television news, 16 and 11%. That's a new Gallup poll. It's the second least trusted institution in the country following Congress, according to the poll. So less trusted than Congress. That's, they're falling apart. The whole thing is falling apart for them. I know people say, oh no, they'll do this, they'll do that. No, it's just falling apart, man. I'm telling you, Biden had planned to cap Russian oil prices. Well, that could seriously backfire. I think there was an economist out of, JP Morgan. And he said it would push oil up to $380 a barrel, which of course would mean that Biden would do it, right? Because he would do anything that's terrible for America. But the problem is the other countries didn't go along with it. So that's not working, okay? Actually, Russia's currency is getting better all the time. That Cassidy Hutchinson, their surprise witness at the J6 hearing that nobody's watching, was a complete bomb and has been proven to be a liar. And actually, Secret Service has said they'll go on record and testify to that fact she's a liar. Trump wasn't trying to arrest the steering wheel and doing all this. And then Hunter Biden's laptop now is showing contacts for Google executives and U.S. officials for China policy. And then you've got Joe Biden. It's all on display. Everybody's seeing it, people, okay? This too shall pass, okay? It's been rough. Oh my gosh, it's been rough. And I'm sorry we've had to go through this, especially considering why we had to go through it, the circumstances surrounding it. but it's not the first time in American history, and it probably won't be the last. But we have now, I want to say, 13 states that have enacted election reform. We've got Wisconsin just saying no to drop boxes. This is going to snowball and continue to snowball, and we're going to see more election integrity measures in the future. Okay. More are going to be passed and more will be followed as we see states giving up their governorships and their state agencies, and we're getting these laws permanently in place, and we need to get rid of the Soros prosecutors, and that's been happening all over the country too. You saw that in San Francisco. You're going to see it in all kinds of cities. You saw it in Long Island, New York, remember? And I called the Glenn Youngkin race, and I had all these people unsubscribe and tell me I was wrong. And then not only did we get the Youngkin victory that night, but also Long Island, New Jersey almost went over, and so on. So, again, people say, I mean, do people cheat? Absolutely. But, there's a limit to how much they can do. And people will disagree with me, but I'm telling you, you're going to see an absolute midterm blowout like you've never seen before. And we've got a number of good new candidates coming in. So keep the faith, folks. Hold the line. All right. All is not lost. Hey, remember to check out Revere Coffee Company, reverecoffeecompany.com for great coffee. Oh, you'll love it. Oh, it's so good. I only have a few of these mugs left if you want to check out the merch store, lumberjacklogicshow.com. But anyways, promo code lumberjack at reverecoffeecompany.com, and you can get yourself some great coffee and support an American business of patriots, all right? I have been working hard to make sure that I can give as much money, as much business as I can to Americans and independent businesses. Okay, we're all in this together. We got to stick together because these major woke corporations, okay, we can vote with our dollars. It's one of the best things we can do. All right, I love y'all. Remember to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. Peace out, all right?